I see a lot of people, they live their lives not making decisions. Oh, if it's meant to be, it will. And I always use the example of like, as a business owner, as a leader, jujitsu, like a great example is I remember I tried to learn all the things I possibly could. And then in the middle of my fight, I was like, there's 10 things I want to do. By the time I committed to one, the guy moved, the guy reacted to something else, and the opportunity was gone. And one of my coaches was like, next fight, we're working 2 things from each position. And it becomes like autopilot because you're not making decisions and you're missing the opportunity to win. And I feel like that translates into life. People go, oh, I'm gonna wait. And they can't even pick something on Netflix to watch. They can't even pick what to order on Uber Eats, let alone a contractor, a financial advisor, buying a house, buying a stock. So for you, people that don't do this every day, I think have the fear of making the wrong decision, or maybe they look silly if they do the wrong thing or make the wrong choice. But as a leader, you just make your best effort and you have to make big decisions every day. Talk a little bit about the decision process when things are sometimes a little hard, a little scary, or you're not really sure that you're making the right one, but you have to make one anyway as a leader.
Yeah, here's where everyone gets mission and values and vision wrong. They think it's for marketing. They'll put their mission statement on their website. They'll put it on the wall. They'll put their core values on a wall. And then I'll walk in the company and go up to one of the employees, doesn't matter if it's C-suite level or, part-time worker, and ask them what the core values are, and they can't state them. I'm like, well, they're right there on the wall. How do you not know them? Because they're not talked about. They're not lived and breathed throughout the organization. And so they're written more for marketing or for business purposes than they are their true purpose. Your mission or core focus or hedgehog principle, as Jim Collins put it, or voice, as Stephen Covey put, like they're all the same thing, but that's your filtering mechanism. So instead of when you have a decision to make, you're passing it through your mission. And if it aligns with the mission, you act. If it doesn't, you don't. It makes it really simple. And then, oh, by the way, the values, does it align with the values? You act. If it doesn't, you don't. It's a filtering and guiding mechanism, not a marketing slogan. That's what people need to get right about. And so same thing in your personal life. So I just recorded a podcast that'll come out tomorrow. I did a solo episode because this is like annual planning time of year. And so I'm doing a lot of annual planning with clients. And I'm having this conversation with, okay, we just did a lot of work on the business. Are you guys coming along with your personal planning? And they're like, what? And I'm like, well, do you have family core values? Do you have a family mission? Do you have a family vision? Do you have any 1-year goals for the family? Like, why wouldn't you? It's more important than the business. Like, do you have a bucket list for the family? Dream list? Wish list? Like my kids create one each summer. They have the summers off. So summer bucket list. And then we check off as many as we can. Now having 4 kids, it gets vastly different and also more difficult, but we try to check off as many as possible. So I'm instilling this in my kids as we speak so that they continue to do that as they're adults. But this is the mission, the vision, and the principles or core values should be your guiding mechanism for making decisions. And once those are in alignment, the only thing left to do is act. And this is how you don't get trapped in shiny object syndrome, or you don't get trapped with 100 different decisions. Because I'll speak directly to the visionaries, because I'm a 98% visionary. You're going to have 20 or 30 great ideas. What you need is someone on your team that's kind of the brakes to your gas, because I'm all gas, no brakes. I'll have 20, 30 great ideas, but only one of them may be a great idea. Only one of them may be one that we can act upon with our capacity right now, right? And that's where we need to pass it through the mission, pass it through the other intelligent people on our teams, and trust their input so that we act on the right one.